Daniel Schoonover from Salem, Oregon, part of Team Trilogy, PDGA number 99783. Also board member for Capital City Disc Golf Club. You can follow me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Not a Pro Disc Golf, or notaprodiscgolf.com. Although I think the domain doesn't work right now. But anyway, hi. I was going to do a in the bag video, show you what I got going on in my bag since here we are stuck at home, not really doing much playing due to what's going on, but wanted to share with you what a intermediate disc golf player uses in their bag. So first off, I guess we'll start with our putters. I putt with Pures. This is I believe a classic blend, Origio blend, moonshine, some type of moonshine blend. Pure, Kristen Tatar Pure. I got two of those. These really cool stamps that Dynamic Disc got me. And I have a Throwing Pure, another Kristen Tatar Opto X. I have only thrown this probably once, just got this last week. And then an old stalwart in my bag, which is the Harp. This is a medium hard Harp. This used to be one of my putters at one time. Don't putt with Harps anymore, just like I don't putt with Deputies when I putt for a long time anymore. In addition to that, in this section I have an Usul. Check out Usul's if you have never checked them out before. It's U-S-U-L. Nice little foam knee pads when you need to throw. That's my throwing disc. Put those back. And onto a couple more. Let's go to my mediums, or my mid-ranges, sorry. And we'll start. I got two Justices in here right now. These are kind of just a hodgepodge of Justices that I have available because I lost two of my Justices recently. It's a Moonshine Justice. And then a regular just Lucid Justice. This is a Metal Flake. But like I said, I had a pink and I had a blue one that were also Metal Flake, but I lost those in January. The Throwing Heart. Use this a lot for up shots, things like that. If I'm not looking for something that I really want to fade from my Justice, I'm usually going a little more straight with this, but then that nice harp finish. Gatekeeper, nice straight shots. I really like the Gatekeeper. I have a lot of backup Gatekeepers, but this one is the first one I got, which is the Trilogy Challenge one from 2019. I just really like it. It kind of replaced what my Broken and Suspect did, just because it goes super straight, 240, 250 feet, and just kind of stops. Talking about Suspect, I do still have my Suspect here. I use it almost similar shots I have the Gatekeeper, but if I want it just to kind of basically finish left, I'll usually throw the Suspect. This is a Deco Die Captain America one. And then this right here, it's EMAC Truth. This is actually one of the first discs I got when I started getting back into disc golf about 4 years ago. This is Fusion plastic. I lost this at Kaiser Rapids Disc Golf Course in Kaiser, Oregon, about a year and a half into playing, and it was in the pond there, because I lost it in the pond there for about 2 years. And someone called me one day and said, "Hey, I found your disc in the pond, got it back." It was in perfectly clean shape, didn't even look like it had been in the pond, and it went right back in my bag, and it just does exactly what I like to do. This is something I'll usually throw on some type of line, either hyzer and hyzer, and it'll just keep that line the whole way, or it's just something I can throw, consistently 280 feet, and it just does what I want it to do. If I put it on a hyzer, it'll go straight and maybe fade out a little bit. If I put it on a anhyzer or throw it flat, it'll turn over just a little bit and finish straight. Then I think I have two warships. 2 warships in here. These are something I'll usually just kind of try to overpower, just so I can get it to turn over and just turn over and go right. I have some specific holes where I'm throwing 270, 280, just trying to get it to turn over just enough to get near a basket. I haven't thrown my VPX Chameleon as much just because it's not really broken in. But, you know, I throw it just a little bit of hyzer, it'll flatten up and just go straight and then barely finish left. Moving on to my drivers. You see I have quite a few drivers. These might not necessarily be in the right order. I have an Explorer. I actually don't use the Explorer that much. This goes kind of straight, but it'll finish left on me. It's a Metal Flake one that I got from Next Gen Tour 2019. Maverick, Capital City Disc Golf Club Maverick here. This is something I'll usually throw on a, even though it is already kind of a disc that will finish right for me if I throw it hard. If I really want to make sure this finishes right, I'll just throw it just on a little bit of anhyzer, and it'll just hold that line the whole way, go about 290, 300 something feet, and as long as I don't throw it on too much of an ante, it will go nice and flat. Too much ante, of course, it'll cut roll and burn off into the left. Another disc, if I want something a little bit longer than the Maverick, I'll usually throw my Vandal. Again, same type of thing. I'll try to keep it flat or on just a little bit of an ante because I want it to finish right. If I do throw it on a hyzer, it'll go nice and straight. But usually if I'm doing something like that, I'll probably normally go to my Convict. I have this Burst Convict here I've had for, 3 years, something like that. 168 gram, which is actually kind of on the lighter side for me because usually I'm in the 175 range. But this, it'll just flatten up. I'll throw on just a little bit of hyzer, flatten up, get the full turn, and then just a nice soft landing to the left. Another Convict, I have a Lucid X Convict, Paige Pierce Lucid X Convict. Don't throw this as much as I used to. I had a blue one. I actually still have the blue one, but I put this pink one in the bag. But this will just finish out a little bit more to the left if I wanted to do that. And then I get to my Felons. Got this Overstable series from Hand Eye. This one, it does what a Felon does. It stands up, maybe a teeny bit of a little curve, and then finishes left. I love Felons. I know exactly what they're going to do for me. I don't throw a lot of forehands, but when I do, I know if I throw a forehand, it's going to come back right for me on those type of shots. But definitely, when I'm throwing a backhand, I know this is always going to finish left for me every single time I throw it. No matter what I do, unless I really botch my throw, it's going to go left. Another Felon, this one I got from my friend Alan Adams, who's one of our locals here in Salem as well. He has a matching one, the same exact stamp as this one. This is one I throw a lot. This is probably the Felon I throw the most out of my bag right now. And then this one I got from someone online, super broken in. This one actually, if I really try to throw it, it will turn over, but it's still finished left at the end. So that's what I like about this. This is a super flat top, no dome on it at all. And then this is my utility Felon right here. It's a Lucid X. This is the first Eric Oakley Team Series Lucid X. This is one from 2018. This thing, I'll throw it about 275, 280, no problem. But I probably could throw it farther if I really want to, but I know what shots I want to throw this on because it's basically like my Justice, where it just cuts left at the end, but in a higher speed drive, in a fairway driver. Justice, I'll throw 260, 270. This, I can throw another 10, 20, 30 feet, depending on how hard I want to try to throw it. And I know it's going to finish left for me and do exactly what I want it to do every single time I throw it. Moving on to my high-speed drivers, you'll see I don't really have a lot of high-speed stuff. I'm going to save that one for last. But really, this is anything I'm trying to throw over 320, 350. it depends. I'm intermediate, so I don't throw consistently great. I have 400 distance at times, as long as I have everything right. And when I do that, it's usually something with trespass. This is a really broken in trespass. This one will flip over on me, turn over, if I don't really think about my throw before I throw it. This is the first trespass I had. I know if I put it on a nice hyzer, it'll just sit up, it'll do the turn, and it will end up finishing left at the end, as long as I don't throw it flat. If I throw it flat, it'll probably turn over. But on some shots, that's what I want. There's some shots here in Salem, certain basket positions. I want a nice, long, Anheuser type throw, and I can get consistently 385, 400 feet if I do that on this and have my proper form when I throw it. If I want something a little bit more left, that's not going to turn over, most likely not turn over, I have my Eric McCabe Lucid X trespass. Same type of thing. I'll throw it on a nice hyzer. It'll stand up through the whole line and then finish left on me. This is probably my most consistent long-range driver that I use on an everyday basis when I play. But if I want something a little more, depending on what I want to do, I want something to go a little more left, I have Ballista Pro, Team Trilogy Ballista Pro here, in, I don't know what plastic this is, whatever is the equivalent of Lucid X. But this is kind of my bomber disc that I know is going to go left at the end. I can throw it 380 feet if I really get it on, and I know at the end it's not going to turn over, it's going to go left. And probably my furthest disc, if I get it perfect, even compared to the trespass, is my Fusion Raider. This is my first Raider I had. Throw it a lot like my trespass. I know it. I don't quite turned over yet, but I can get a full line, and I do. This is what I'll throw, on those par threes where they're 600 feet. Don't have a lot of those here, but when we do, at some tournaments, this is that disc I'll throw twice. If it's over 600 feet, or I guess once, and then hopefully I'll throw a felon. If it's 600, 700, 800, 900 feet, which we've had some of those here, I'm throwing this twice because I know I can get 300 plus 400 feet consistently out of this. I mean, I know I can do it with my trespass, things like that, but this I know I'm going to get that extra distance that I'm probably not going to get out of my trespass. What else I have in here? I have my Mini. My family made this for me 2 Christmases ago. Me, my daughter Abby, and my wife Kelly at Camp Talali, which is just west of where I live here in Salem. And then I have my pound bag. I don't have a Team Trilogy patch here yet, but I will have one there soon. But I do have my Capital City Disc Golf Club patch, and also a Oregon State Disc Golf pin, and some other things I have in my bag. I have some flight towels. If you haven't checked out flighttowel.com, flight towels are pretty cool. Has a little fob at the end. It's made of a disc, and this nice towel. You can use this to warm up. Has a little pocket, little power pocket that helps you warm up. I use it to stretch, but then I also use it to light my disc when I'm playing. And another flight towel. I like these type of chamois type towels, especially up here when it's wet. These are nice because they help keep the disc dry. You can wring them out, get that water off, and then go back to wiping your disc. And then I also have an assortment of well sacks. Shout out to Tina Oakley and Eric Oakley for well sacks. I really like them. This one's cool, glows in the dark, nice for playing glow disc. And last thing I got, I forgot I actually had this disc in here. This is an Enforcer. I haven't really thrown this too much. I got this from my friend Alan. He got it dyed by Hyzer Dyes in Oregon. If you haven't checked out Team Hyzer Dyes, pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of Jar Jar Binks, but he figured if he got a stamp like this, it would always get back to me because no one's going to want this disc. I probably should put a name on it because right now I'm not going to get it back if I lose it, but unless someone's seen this video. But I got this Enforcer. I've thrown it a little bit. I haven't really quite figured out exactly what I use it for because I mean, honestly, most of the stuff I would throw this for, I probably don't have the arm for. But at the same time, I mean, I probably would use my Lucidex Felon for something that this is going to do. And that is all the important stuff in my bag. I don't think I have anything else that is really important here other than pins and that type of stuff. So, have any questions about what I got in my bag, what I said, because I honestly don't really know what I said. I just started talking about my discs. Have questions about any discs I have, suggestions or anything, let me know. Take care.